Getty, Pa, you Brexit news, you once again hints customs union isn't enough to solve Irish border. ISA Michelle Barnier's Article 50 task force released a new graphic detailing the level of checks eradicated by Britain joining the customs union, but they are perhaps not enough to truly satisfy the EU leaders intent on the border between Dublin and Ulster remaining frictionless. The latest in a series of color-coded presentations from Mr. Barnier's team presents the customs union as only a very partial solution if a frictionless border is to be implemented after Brexit. Theresa May has battled away with her also-called Brexit war cabinet as well as Brussels in order to convince them she has the answer to how to prevent a hard border emerging on the island of Ireland while keeping everyone happy. The government has now promised a white paper setting out its Brexit position, which they claim will be its most significant publication on the EU since the referendum. Leo Varadkar, the Irish Prime Minister, held a meeting with Mrs. May at the recent EU summit in the Bulgarian capital of Sofia. After their discussions, the Irishman made hints that his British counterpart was ready to accept full alignment to the EU on customs. He described it as new thinking from the British negotiation team and said the offer could be on the table within weeks. Mr. Varadkar said, "I said to the Prime Minister that any move that helped align all of the EU and UK in terms of customs into the future would be beneficial." However, the Irish Prime Minister has since said customs would not be enough, a message reinforced by the European Commission's chief Brexit negotiator Mr. Barnier, who hinted a Norway Plus option is the only way to solve the border row. That would involve Britain remaining a member of both the EU's single market and customs union, something that runs against the UK government's negotiation red lines. The Commission's latest release, they present another attempt in forcing Britain to join its customs union or strike a new partnership. The document shows while most border checks would be eliminated, a small amount would remain in place, therefore creating a border of sorts between the Republic and Northern Ireland. Brussels presents a list of checks and controls that need to be carried out on goods entering, transiting or leaving the customs territory of the European Union. They explain these controls are carried out by customs authorities, in close cooperation with other competent authorities, at the external border of the European Union. A EU document shows checks still required in customs union. The checks are described as security and safety controls at the border, financial controls at Customs Office of Import and market surveillance at Customs Office of Import. Live animals, plastic kitchenware from China and Hong Kong, and fresh fruit and vegetables feature under the list of security and safety controls. Market surveillance works closely with EU regulations to ensure only compliant products are placed and the use of 68 legal instruments harmonizing EU rules on non-food products, such as the approval of motor vehicles. Britain would have to strike more separate agreements with Brussels in order to ensure these checks are eliminated in order to satisfy the Irish border question.